Hello, gremlins! Happy Halloween week! I am very bad at makeup. Please don't judge. I'm going for a Harley Quinn vibe. I'm not very good. It's fine. It's totally fine. But I wanted to do like the thing. I did a Harley Quinn look with this shirt actually last year, I think, and I did full Harley makeup. But I'm just doing like a casual Harley thing. My head is cold, and I put on my very fun North Country Nightmares hat. I'm also wearing, if I can get them up, stripy tights. This is a very like clown look to me. And I'm drinking coffee out of my Mickey mug from my sister. He is very cute and my coffee is very warm and it's delightful. Okay, let me put this down. So, welcome to the Halloween vlog. Now it is technically October 29th, but we're starting on October 29th because there are some things that Krista and I do in the build up to Halloween that I wanted to vlog. So tonight is our trick-or-treat and Pong night. So I wanted to get that on film for sure. We're also picking up the supplies for Halloween, like the food supplies, because I make certain stuff. So I thought I would go all out, full outfit, and just like enjoy the day like this. And then I will change for Pong into something a little more comfy. So yes. So, okay. So for Halloween, there are like very specific things. Now, normally we would probably do the like Pong on the 30th, but Krista has court. So we're doing it on the 29th. And then on the 30th, we are going to hang at home and possibly watch a movie before Thursday Night Football. And then Halloween, we both managed ages in advance to get the entire day off. So we're going to do a whole Halloween day. And then the first is going to be like Halloween part 2. Because with me working the haunt, Krista's schedule, just everything, we're a tiny bit behind on like watching movies we wanted to watch. And like just fun Halloween stuff that we would normally have done by now isn't done. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm gonna cough. I'm gonna try and avoid it by drinking coffee. I'm a little sick. Okay, maybe that'll help. I am a little sick. I definitely caught something while I was working at the haunt and my nose is really runny and it's making me cough. My asthma is doing fine, but I'm just coughing a little bit because of this. Oh, it's not gonna stop. One sec. All right, I'm back. I had a coughing fit and I'm fine now. So let me proceed with things. So I put on this very fun Halloween outfit because we're just like doing all the stuff in the next few days. So today I really wanted to re-listen to Mayfly. I only have the audiobook for it and oh my gosh, I'm gonna cough again. No, don't do it. That one wasn't too bad. Okay. Oh no. Okay, wait. I think I can make it through the rest of this. Okay. I'm sorry if I cough throughout this. It's just, I am sick. I'm trying to pretend I'm not sick by like doing makeup and wearing cute outfits, but I am still technically sick. I don't know what I have exactly. I'm just sick. So, the cough is so annoying because it does make it kind of difficult for me to talk. Just because I'll start coughing sometimes, but whew, okay, we got this. All right. So the plan for today is to do the Mayfly audiobook because Halloween is specifically in this one and I haven't like listened to or read Mayfly since the book published. So it has been a while and I do want to experience it again because I really loved American Rapture and I kind of liked Mayfly and I feel like I would like Mayfly more upon re-experiencing it. So we're gonna do Mayfly today. I'm gonna like get a festive candle lit. I'm going to try and channel getting better. I am much better than yesterday. So that's a plus. It's just the cough is annoying and I'm a cougher to begin with. But yeah, so we're gonna get Mayfly going. I have listened to a little bit of it already, just while I was like getting ready for the day before work. So I will get you into Mayfly, get that candle lit, and let's get ready for Halloween, my gremlins. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna drink coffee and try not to cough. Talk to you later.
In her nail-bitten hand, I held her eyes and did not blink. Jesus, she said after a few seconds. She backed away further and she knocked into the chair above her character. She stumbled and averted her eyes from mine. She hurried back to her seat. My eyes followed her the entire way, and she glanced back at me twice as she tried to tilt herself away, as she tried not to feel me watching her. Well, she's fucking weird, she stage whispered to the girl beside her, who sat with her jaw open, watching me. My eyes flicked to her, Snow White, and she turned her head away. I took in the $15 green juice in her hand, her willowy frame beneath her gauzy beige linen dress, imported beads wrapped around her wrists. She likely lived west of Bundy, her centinela, and used words like wellness, cleansing, and fresh on the daily. She worked this job solely to fund her ayahuasca healing retreats and constant supply of crystals and herbs necessary to her therapeutic TikTok account, in which she spurned measles vaccines and promoted beverages brewed with high-frequency sound vibrations for maximal benefits. veins. All of it so wonderfully American, Western, Californian, Angelian. So very much itself. The studio set shine, the extra coated polish, the pigeons and trash and fanny packs and cell phone cameras, the 2 white teeth and Snapchat selfies. Look, Mom, I made it to Hollywood. Well, what do you think? Tallulah's voice commanding and clear, her eyes were closed beneath her glasses, and her head was tilted back theatrically. Isn't it just... She waved red polished fingers. I gazed out over the top of the bus, peered down at the glinting stars and the filthy streets, the Chinese theater and the Egyptian and the wax museum, but Tallulah wasn't looking at any of it. It wasn't the city bringing her such joy. Her eyes were on the tourists, and I understood. There was no difference between this city and the woman beside me. The tourists admired Hollywood Boulevard, and she felt it. Every street, every lamppost was part of her. Was so much a part of her, in fact, that I felt they must have been birthed in the same...
Hello, gremlins. I have about 5 seconds before I have to run out the door, and I'm gonna try not to cough. My nose started running more. I've been coughing. Like, during my lunch I was coughing a lot, and Krista was very adamant that I need to be seen by someone. My only concern is that I have a thing they're not gonna give me meds for. Not that I, like, desperately want meds, but there's, like, stuff going around that they can't give you medicine for because it's, like a bug. That isn't like antibioticable. So yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm changing out of my outfit because I don't trust this outfit at our urgent care. I just don't. I feel like something will get on me somehow. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm actually gonna do like a very fast outfit changey thing, and one to fill you in on Mayfly. I did listen to the entire audiobook. Again, I have talked about it in detail in a different video. But if you're not familiar, Mayfly follows Maeve, who lives in Los Angeles, Anaheim. She works at not Disneyland as a magical snow princess. But also she has the mindset of a young Patrick Bateman. And so we're following her as her kind of mental stability is declining due to a variety of events around her. And as she is Patrick Bateman-esque, this instability causes her to have slightly heightened homicidal tendencies. So it's a very good read. It's very Halloween. The book actually culminates on like Halloween weekend or like a Halloween night and then into the next like day. So it is perfect for Halloween. There's so much Halloween in it. And it was a very fun re-listen. I do think I took more away from it this time than last time. I think last time I was so fixated on like people's reviews of it that I just didn't like pay as much attention, but it is perfect for Halloween. So I highly recommend, if you have not listened to it, listen to it now. But yeah, I had literally like 2 minutes. So very good. If you can find the other video, watch that one. I give more detailed thoughts, but this is a reread, so I don't want to get into it really. And I need to put on going to a place that could get you covered in they just don't like clean a ton. Like they clean enough in the like exam room areas, but the waiting room area is always a little gross. And I'm wearing pants that are mostly white, so no, I'm just gonna change out all of this into something else. And I have to do that real quick. So yeah, I will probably talk to you later tonight. I'm gonna try and rally because this is really the only night before Halloween we can do that like Pong thing that I wanted to do, but who knows, they may give me something that knocks me on my butt. They may tell me that they can't give me anything. They may tell me I'm sort of luck, I think is the polite way to say that. Who freaking knows. But we may not do anything tonight. I may just wind up laying in bed. So we'll see. If that's the case, you'll still get Halloween and stuff. And I'll do some stuff tomorrow, but you just, like, we may have to bump it to Halloween or the day after Halloween. Oh, my nose is, like, getting extra stuffy. I gotta go. We'll deal with whatever the hell happens at this urgent care appointment after the urgent care appointment. So I'll talk to you later. Good morning, gremlins. We're in my relatively noisy kitchen because I'm making coffee and our water filter machine is going. You're gonna hear the coffee maker in a sec. I actually took a shower this morning. Krista has a really early court on Thursdays, so we were up earlier than normal and I had time, so I like washed my hair and stuff. I am actually sick, like on medicine sick. I have an upper respiratory infection, which is not a surprise. And because I have asthma, they wanted to put me on kind of like, I feel like they're broad spectrum antibiotics. They're the kind that they're huge, but I have to take those for 10 days. So yesterday we didn't do, I told you I get loud. Yesterday we literally went to Quick Med and then we picked up Olive Garden. But every time we go to Olive Garden, Krista and I like barely eat our entrees by the time we finish. We got soup. So like we brought all the leftovers home and we're gonna do that for lunch. But we didn't do any of the grocery shopping and we didn't play Pong because I went to the doctor. So we're going grocery shopping for sure tonight and we're gonna try and play Pong, but we're probably gonna play it with soda because Krista has evening court tonight. Yeah, she has a lot of courts today. And so she is basically on call until a certain hour. and if we wait till that hour, the football game will have already started. So I was like, oh, why don't we just like, I have some like Beetlejuice soda from last year, and I was like, I play with Beetlejuice soda, and she was like, yeah, and I don't mind playing with soda, that's fine. So we're just gonna do it with soda instead. And then maybe, I'm wearing my very cool Haunted Hayride. This is new. This is the like new sweatshirt I got this year. This is from 1911 and it's the Haunted Hayride label. I really wanted to drink a Haunted Hayride while like wearing my Haunted Hayride sweatshirt. So I might drink like part of one before I go to bed or something. You're not technically supposed to, like, you can drink a little on antibiotics. We asked the doctor this once. They're like, just like don't drink to excess. Like you could have like a drink and it's fine. So I might have a cider tonight before I go to bed, because I really wanted to like take a photo with the thing. I can take a photo with a closed can, which is what I'm gonna wind up doing, but I wanted to like drink one while wearing the sweatshirt because I thought it'd be fun. But I can also just wait and rewear the sweatshirt after Halloween and do it. So we'll see what I'm feeling. What else do I have to fill you in on? That's really most of the updates from yesterday. My coffee just finished, which is great. It does not look like 12 ounces of coffee pot. I'm using a mug that I don't know what size it is. The cat's yelling at me. I also feel like I'm gonna cough, which happens when I talk. But oh, I was supposed to tell you yesterday and I completely forgot. So on Sunday night, Krista wanted to watch this horror movie called The Fog, but it's like a remake. It was from 2005 and Tom Welling is in it. It was possibly the worst horror movie either one of us had ever seen. It made no sense. So like part of it kind of did. So like there's an island and it's set on an island, and that island was founded by like 4 men. And you learn that those 4 men made a deal, but then basically like backstabbed the guy they made the deal with. And then now something has occurred that has triggered this fog, but it's really that man and his followers, and they're attacking the island. But like nothing that's happening makes sense. Like at a certain point, the fog like positions bodies like in specific ways, or like the fog can set you on fire, and like some people, like one man winds up wrapped up in a rope, and I'm like, but you did that to yourself. Like the fog didn't actually wrap him in the rope. And then like another one, the guy literally drops a kerosene lantern on himself, and I was like, well, the fog didn't do that either. The fog may have thrown you into a wall, but you dropped the lantern on your body before that. Like some of it is just like odd. And then the tie-up of the movie made no sense to me. Like the ending like just doesn't make any sense. And then Kristen and I were like, if the whole point was they were mad at the founding families, why did they go after anyone else? Like, why aren't they only attacking the founding families? Because they attacked everyone on the island. And like, then they like attacked a founding family member, and then it seemed like they were like, oh, we might be done now. And we were like, what? Like, it was bizarre. I don't know if the original is, I'm assuming the original is better, but I don't know the premise. Like maybe the premises are different. Oh, my hair's very wet. But yeah, it was just so weird. Like we got, the whole time we were talking, like we were talking through a lot of the movie, and then after we were both like, what the frick were we watching? Like it was so weird. Yes, I think that's it though. So I don't recommend The Fog. We did rent it for only like $3 though. Well, I'm really about to cough, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna grab my coffee. I'm gonna head upstairs. If I think of anything else, I'll let you know. I do have books picked out for today. I'll show you those too, but I gotta go before I cough on you. Hey, hi, we're in the office. I drank some coffee. This is the mug I'm using. I don't use this very often, but it's really cute. So I thought I would use it today. Especially because I used my other Mickey mug for, while I was listening to Mayfly. Also, that's by CJ Lead. Yesterday I swear I was all over the place. But Mayfly is by CJ Lead, who has a new book coming out 2026 called Headlights, I think. And it sounds interesting. There's like an agent, like a hunt for a killer, I think. My favorite book by CJ Lead is American Rapture. I did very much enjoy Mayfly. I will say, I do think I definitely appreciated it more listening to it in October. So in future, when I re-listen to that, I'll do it in October because it's so Halloween-y. Because I think it came out in like the summer or something, I would swear. Because most of her books come out in the summer. Like American Rapture I know came out in the summer, but I love a religious horror and that one was so good. But I have a video about that too if you want to watch it, but that was not the point of bringing it up. Beyond that, what do I have to tell you? Oh, so today, definitely Pong, Bow Soda. That's what I forgot to do. I forgot to put more Beetlejuice sodas in the fridge. I have to do that at lunch. We're not doing it until later tonight anyway. So I have time. We're gonna do that and watch Trick or Treat. But that'll happen simultaneously, so that works. And then what else? Beyond that, it's just grocery shopping. So I'll show you this when I'm doing them tomorrow on Halloween. I'm so excited. But every Halloween I make tombstone pizzas. So you've probably seen them on other channels before, or even just on like Instagram, but I have like tombstone shaped baking pans, and I buy crescent dough, and I like use pieces of crescent dough, build the crust, and then I fill it with like a mixture that I do like in a bowl of pasta or pizza sauce, mozzarella cheese, and then like whatever toppings people want. Kristen and I are doing vegetarian ones this year just because I asked if she wanted pepperoni, and she was like, because I have to cut the pepperoni, and she was like, no, that's fine. So we're just gonna do like mushroom, onion, hers might have artichoke, I don't know. We're getting artichokes too, but I don't remember if I'm putting those in all of it. I probably just put it in all of it, so it'll be like a mushroom, artichoke, onion deal. But I make those every year for Halloween, so I am doing that. And then I'm gonna make pumpkin skulls, which I showed in another video. I'm sorry I keep referring to other videos. I normally am slightly more self-contained in a vlog sometimes, but it's basically just box mix pumpkin bread, so I'm really hoping they still have some in stock, because I have made them already. I don't make them just for Halloween, but I want to make those. And then I might make these tonight while the football game is on, but we have a ton of the like very like well-known break and bake cookies, the like ghost and the pumpkin, and they have black cats this year again, so I want to make some of those. But I realized when we got a new oven, and when we got the new oven, we cleaned out all of our baking pans, and some of my cookie sheets were not okay. Like they got really messed up. They're really not charred is the wrong word, but they were very like discolored and kind of gross, and there was no real way to clean them. And like I just was like, let's just buy some new ones because some of these look bad. So I have to get new ones, and well, like a new one. Really, I think I have one still, but I was like, oh, I need to get kind of a big one, and I want to do like a bunch of different cutouts so that we have all the options of cookies, because I want to do like a little cookie plate on Halloween. I have Beetlejuice cookies I froze from last year that I defrosted. I have those. We have Halloween Oreos, and I want to make those cookies and like put them together. And if I have the skulls, I want to put the skulls on the table like with the little plate too. So I think that's everything that I'm doing tomorrow, but I have to pick up supplies for some of the stuff. Not a ton of stuff, but like I don't have the pizza stuff because I like getting it closer to day of, mostly because I buy pre-cut onions, and if you get them too far out at the grocery store, they go bad so fast. And only because I can cut an onion, like I have the capability, even with my hand that got injured in February, I can cut an onion. It's just it's very tedious, and I don't want to buy a whole bag of onions, and I don't want to pay, like I'll use the chopped up onions for other stuff, so I'm just getting the chopped up ones. But I think those are updates for grocery shopping and Pong. And then these are the books I've pulled out that I just want to like casually get to today. So these are just like for fun if I have downtime. I have Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, Zombies Don't Play Soccer. This is such a really like cute fall cover. Frankenstein Doesn't Start Food Fights, and Super Special #1, Mrs. Jeepers is Missing. These are all from my library book sale. I paid $0.25 for each of these. I was really excited. I had no idea they made novelizations of the Scooby-Doo movies, and I think this might be the only one that got one. And I loved the Bailey School Kids growing up, and I recently read a whole bunch of them for Halloween-a-thon, and when I saw they had some for sale, I was like, I'm buying these. Like, I'm just taking them. Because they were only $0.25, and those are really the only ones they had. I was kind of hoping they'd have some of the, like, more, like, ones that, like, Ghosts Don't Eat Potato Chips, or, Vampires Don't Drink Pink Lemonade, but those are the ones I had, and they look very cute, so I'm all for reading them. But because they're kids books, if I have like a little bit of downtime, I might just like read a little, because like they're not gonna take me that long, and Krista has court tonight, so I can like read them while I have the TV on. I know I keep saying I just feel like I'm forgetting things because I'm sick, so my brain is a little sluggish, but I think that is actually everything I wanted to tell you. We have so many movies we need to watch still, so I am gonna give you a teaser. I know this is now a very long update, but the movies that we desperately need to watch on Halloween / start tonight, which I don't think is happening, but maybe we'll watch one of them. So I want to watch all 3 Halloween Town movies. I watch those every year and haven't gotten to them yet because we've been so busy. And then we want to watch both Hocus Pocus movies. Krista loves Hocus Pocus 2, and I think it's cute. Like, I also think it's a good movie. I know people hated it, but like, we're gonna watch both of them. So those are 5 movies that we want to get to specifically between tonight and Halloween. And then we also really want to watch Haul Out the Halloween. So normally Hallmark, to my knowledge, does not do Halloween specific movies, but Kimberly J. Brown, who is Marnie in Halloween Town, she's in a movie with Lacey Chabert that is apparently part of like a set of movies maybe, or like a franchise Hallmark uses, but everyone said you could watch it as a standalone. But it's called Haul Out the Halloween, and Lacey Chabert's character like lives on a specific town that's very into Christmas, and someone moves in, Kimberly J. Brown, who is very into Halloween, she and her husband, and like she and her actual husband are in it as husband and wife, which is very cute. And they like bring Halloween to the town kind of, and I'm like so curious to see it, primarily because it's Marnie from Halloween Town and also Cal from Halloween Town 2. They did not meet and get married on the set. Like they re-met and got married later, but it's very cute that they're together and that they're doing this movie. And then I just think it's gonna be cute. But we have to get the Hallmark app to watch it. So we definitely want to get that. And that we might watch on the 1st. I'm basically using the 1st as like an extension of Halloween for anything we don't get to, but we also have some stuff we have to do on the 1st. So like I'm using that as a day to play catch up. So like if we don't get to Haul Out the Halloween, we'd watch it on the 1st, but you'll be following us as all of this goes on. I know I'm just rambling at you, but I feel like there are so many things I meant to tell you, and then because like I wound up rushing to the doctor and things didn't happen when they were supposed to, I just like didn't tell you things. So that's the recap for now. I have some YouTube I'm gonna put on in the background while I work, and then I'm probably gonna play horror movies in the background today, because I did take tomorrow off, in case you were also wondering how we're doing 5 movies on Halloween. We, ages ago, like basically a year ago, took this Halloween off so that we would for sure have it. So we both have the whole day off for Halloween, even though it is a work day. So I think I requested it on October 30th, 2024, I believe, because I was like, I really want to have it for next year. So yes, we are going to do lots of Halloween stuff. I will let you go. I'm sorry I'm rambling. Also, this is very cozy and cute, and I just, the logo. I'll show you the can at some point, even if I don't drink one today. But yeah, I'm gonna go because now I'm rambling. I will talk to you later, gremlins. Hi, gremlins. It is my lunch break, and this is going to be the last update from In the Office, I think, for today. But I want to fill you in because I actually finished 3 of the books for today. So I finished Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, which if you've seen the movie, you would know what this is, but this is part of the like quote unquote real monsters series of movies that they did that started with Zombie Island, and then The Witch's Ghost, and then this one. This one is based around a video game that does include the Scooby Gang in it, and the Scooby Gang in real life gets transported into the game, and they have to figure out who created this virus that's able to get in and out of this game universe. It's very cute. There are little images. I'll try and get... It's a little hard. This is definitely an older book that maybe was like sitting somewhere. But like there's some images of the movie in here. And then I read Zombies Don't Play Soccer and Frankenstein Doesn't Start Food Fights. So Zombies Don't Play Soccer was very cute. The Bailey School Kids, so they never put all their names on the back. Yeah, they do. Eddie, Howie, Melody, and Liza. They're all on the soccer team, and they have a new coach because Eddie basically pissed off their last coach and he may have quit. But their new coach is Coach Graves, and she's like super animated, super active, and then someone who kind of looks like a stereotypical witch sort of character arrives and is yelling at her, and then suddenly she's like, ooh, like zombie-esque. That was my imitation of a zombie. Very Ghoulia Yelps coded is what's going on, and then they eventually like have to try and like save her. So this was super fun, very cute. I love the illustrations in these. Like, this is the like witchy character that shows up. So freaking cute. And then this one is kind of like part of a series inside the series. So Frankenstein Doesn't Start Food Fights involves Frank, who has appeared in apparently 3 other books at this point, possibly. Maybe just 2. But they're talking about him. It's 2. So there's a story that has a Dr. Victor in it, and a story that has Electra, like a Mrs. I guess Frankenstein's The Bride of Frankenstein in it as well, but I haven't read those that I remember. But in this one, Frank shows up at Bailey Middle School, because he says that his wife, Electra, like, they had moved to New York City, but she wants to make healthy cookies for kids because she loves kids and wants them to be big and strong. So it's this whole like cookies thing, and then Eddie is chaos in this one. Like, he breaks things, destroys things, sets off the food fight, and it just like was fun. A lot of unbridled chaos, but very fun. So I was just enjoying myself for all of those. The next one I have left in the list that I specifically set up is The Adventures of the Bailey School Kids. Mrs. Jeepers is Missing. So I'm going to try and read this. This has like fun stuff in the back that I'll show you when I get through this one. This one's also secretly pretty short. It's all the extras that like make up the space. So I'll probably like read this off and on again if I have downtime. And then I do have an actual book that I'll probably start while Krista is at court, and I'll show you that one when I get to it. But I'm a little chilly, but I wanted to fill you in. I'm gonna head out to actually eat some food. This was all just like, they're so short that I was like reading them while waiting for some stuff to load, or like waiting for a response on stuff, so I could just like slide them in. I also did have a horror movie on, but it was terrible, so I'm not gonna tell you what it was. It was on Tubi. I've been using Tubi a lot for horror movies because it is free. You just have to watch some ads, but it was bad, so I'm not gonna tell you. If you want a good one, Haunt Season, if I'm hoping it still be on there after Halloween, but Haunt Season follows like frightening events that are occurring at a major haunt, like a haunted attraction. It was really cool. But I'm gonna go. I will talk to you later, my dear gremlins, when I have an update on Mrs. Jeepers is Missing, and possibly a movie if I put on something that I don't hate. Hi gremlins. Okay, I know I said this wasn't gonna be an update in the office, but it is, because it's the end of the day and I'm about to take the dogs out, and it is still raining so hard. So I just thought I would do it in here because I'm gonna be soaking wet when I get done with them. I do have an update for you. I did finish Mrs. Jeepers is Missing, and it was very cute. So like, Mrs. Jeepers invites all of her 3rd graders over for like an end of year, or like end of summer, I think they said end of year barbecue, and she's like providing all the food. The food is very cute and monstery themed, and then she goes missing. And so our 4 main Bailey school kids, also it's at an elementary school. I totally called it a middle school, which is my own fault. When I was a kid, our 3rd grade was, I guess it was an elementary school. Yeah, I don't know. I just said middle. Sorry. But they go looking for her, and eventually they find her, but it's like a cute sort of mystery, but also they think maybe she has turned into a bat because she's a vampire, or she's in her coffin. They have no idea. But at the end of this is this like monster gallery where they have little pictures of characters from previous books. We also learn that Mrs. Jeepers has like a portrait gallery that she makes. And then there's like, so these books, I believe, there's a very loud sound outside, came with monster fingers when you initially bought them, or some did, because it talks about how you can have fun with them. But mine, I bought this at the library for a quarter, so mine obviously didn't have those. My hair is just, it's fluffy from being washed, and it doesn't want to part, so we're just gonna fling it about today. And there's like a maze, and then a little like matching game. My hand is very awkward. Name the character. Some knock-knock, well, some jokes. There's knock-knock joke in here. And what else? Oh, like some name fill-in, stuff like that. And then crossword and some other little fun stuff. I decided not to do these. Oh, also some recipes for the food that Mrs. Jeepers serves at the party. Just so you can have it. And then like a make your own mask, because she gives out masks at the end of the book. I didn't fill in any of this because just in case I decide I want to like give it away in future or gift it to someone, I thought they'd have more fun with it than I would. So I just didn't. Again, my hair is just being whatever it wants. And because I did say there would be another book. Also, if I watch, so I did play R.L. Stine's Pumpkinhead on Tubi, and it was very reminiscent of like the Goosebumps show, a little bit extra creepy. So maybe, oh, what was the other one he did? Oh shoot, there was another like version. It wasn't called Goosebumps. I remember watching it on Netflix, but it was like a more mature version of Goosebumps. That was also a TV show. It reminded me a bit of that one, where like everything is more scary and a little bit more real. It was pretty good. Some of it is a little extra goosebumpsy, that's not a word, goosebumps-esque, that's not a word either, but still, in that there's like a kid who's mad, that he's had to move and he kind of wants to do stupid stuff because he's mad. And that's what kicks everything off. So you're following initially a protagonist you do not particularly like, but you understand like what he's doing. If you're a younger viewer, much like the audience for Goosebumps, I think you'd be totally like, oh, I totally get it, I get it, I get it. But also I was like, you had to move and don't be a butt. Like his older brother is like, would you stop? Like we had to move, like calm down. So yeah, so the brother that we're following initially, just not my favorite guy, but did finish this, did watch that. What else? Oh, the next book that I'm vaguely going to be reading, I think I'll put this in this vlog, is 13 Months Haunted. I was getting a lot of reflection from my computer. I will not give you a synopsis of this right now because I'm not sure how much I'm gonna get read. I do have to do some like kitchen-y stuff while Krista's at court first, before I can like chill and read, and I'm kind of hoping that she'll get a break and we can run to the grocery store earlier rather than later. So I honestly don't even know if I'll read any of that today, but that is the next thing I will be reading. And if I know for a fact I'll be reading a lot of it on Sunday, so I may just extend the video into Sunday because I was saying it was Halloween weekend anyway, and just fill you in when we get to Sunday. But yeah, that is it for now, my dear gremlins. I have to go brave the rain. None of the dogs like the rain either, so that's fun. Also, this does not matter for any of you, I'm sure, but the haunt that I've been working, they were running their, they were scheduled to run on Halloween night and on the 1st of November, and they just posted today that they're actually not even going to open on Halloween, which does make sense. It's been raining for hours. It still has not stopped, and the trail in the back, I believe, can flood, and I'm just guessing it's completely flooded out. So I think they're hoping that by Saturday, sorry I keep fixing my hair again, it's so fluffy because I showered and it does not want to behave. I'm guessing they're hoping by Sunday it'll be dry enough to run the trailers, but like they safely cannot run the trailers or have people out in the woods when it's slippery, and that's when it, like, they were concerned when it rained a little bit. And legitimately it's been raining so much I'm like, there is no way. So even if I was working, I wouldn't be working on Halloween, but they are closed on Halloween. So yeah, I just saw that a little bit ago and I was like, oh, that makes sense. But also, like, I know some people were really excited to work on Halloween, so I guess they'll just do stuff on the 1st. But I must go. I must take out dogs. I'm kind of stalling because none of us want to go out in the rain. I gave them an extra potty break earlier, because I needed to run outside really quick. I was taking a photo. So I was like, I'll just take you really quick because I was trying to take it on our back porch. So they have technically gone, but they do still need to like go to the bathroom, get dinner. It's so rainy. All right, I'm gonna go. I will talk to you later, my dear gremlins. Probably when we're playing Pong. Happy Halloween, gremlins. Now you might be thinking, Catherine, didn't you tell us we were going to see Pong like next? Yeah, that didn't happen. So I gave Krista my upper respiratory infection. She is sick. Last night she had court, and thankfully she managed to get into the quick med to get seen before they closed for the night. So she got meds. She is upstairs resting. We definitely could not play Pong even with Soda because she was so tired. We might try and play it tomorrow because I am extending stuff into November 1st just because we got behind. But yeah, so it's Halloween. I'm wearing fun pajamas that Krista has a matching set of, and so do the pups. So I am currently, as you saw, making coffee, and then I'm going to be making spiderweb waffles with a little press thing, like a waffle. I don't want to call it a waffle maker because it's so little, but it is technically a waffle maker, I guess. But yeah, so she is upstairs, and we are still gonna watch a ton of movies today. It is pretty late though, we slept in late. But we're gonna watch a bunch of movies, really just lounge in bed and like watch stuff and eat. So waffles are up first. They're super basic. So I just use this. I have so much stuff on my camera right now. This is the one I grabbed. It does not matter to me what brand it is. I just grabbed a pumpkin spice waffle mix. This is the incredibly basic kind. You just add water. So I'm gonna add water, make some waffles, drink my pumpkin spice coffee. While I do that, I may wind up making a second cup of coffee before I go upstairs. Krista is drinking some throat coat tea because she said her throat hurt, and so it worked out that I had extra throat coat tea from when I was doing the haunt, so she's having that. It's also still pouring down rain, so I took the dogs out this morning. It is just raining, just nonstop. So I don't even know if they'll do trick-or-treat tonight, which we ultimately decided we weren't going to put out candy this year. A lot of the kids in our neighborhood have moved and it really stresses the dogs out, so we were just gonna not do it. And Krista was like, also I think it's supposed to rain. Like, she said that a while ago, and it is, so like even if we put candy out, it would get soaked. Oh, you see my top is just like sliding around. So we weren't gonna put stuff out anyway, but it is raining, so I don't even know. Like, it's been raining all day and there's no sign that it's gonna stop. So, ooh, I have like a bite on my neck. Anyway, sorry, that was it. I haven't had coffee yet, can you tell? So yeah, so I'm gonna get to working on breakfast, and then yeah, it'll just be lots of movies. So the goal is Halloween, the 3 Halloween Town movies and the 2 Hocus Pocus movies, which I think we can do. I think we can make that work today. I believe in us. I believe we can get those done. And then tomorrow we can do trick or treat, and I think haul out the Halloween, the Hallmark one I really wanted to watch. I think that's what we'll do tomorrow, I think. But yeah, so let's get to making. I will show you the waffles when they're done. But really, it's just get pumpkin spice waffle / pancake mix, follow directions on box, then put in, oh, I'll show you the little cute thing. I know, this is, also my counter is a mess right now. So don't judge. But this is a little thing. I just dusted it off. I don't use it super often. But yeah, it's a little spiderweb design. I have a pumpkin one too. I think I have another one, but that's what I'll be using. I'm gonna go. I will show you the completed waffles when we are eating our Halloween breakfast. I'm so excited. Very excited I don't have work. And I'm very excited that I get to just make lots of my favorite foods. So, see you in a bit, gremlins. All right, behold. Fresh little spiderweb. This one's not perfect because it's running out of batter, but I had some that came out really well. These are the spider webs, and let's give you that dramatic syrup pour. Ooh, syrup. Those are Krista's. There you go. This will be breakfast. Oh gosh, I gotta get that in the sink. Yeah, so I gotta run this up. I definitely need more coffee. And I finished watching a movie called like Tarot Curse on Tubi, and it was actually good. I liked it more than the Tarot movie. But yeah, so we're gonna eat, but please enjoy these very cute waffles. Right, see you in a bit, gremlins. Behold waffles. And my wife, who I told you was sick. Oh, Goose also wants waffles.
She does.
Right, these are the waffles. What do you think? She hasn't tried them yet.
I think they're adorable.
Thank you. I gave her the cute ones. Also, thank you to William and Caroline, because we were out of syrup, and this syrup is from their wedding last year. Because syrup doesn't go bad. Don't listen to me. I'm not a food person. Okay. Goose is like, give me waffle.
She is.
She really likes people food. She desperately wants this waffle. Okay, Goose is gonna taste test the waffle. Don't worry, she's fine. It's real syrup. The waffles are kind of Goose approved. They're sugary, and apparently cats are iffy on sugar.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on the waffles?
I like them.
Good. Alright, I'm gonna go get mine, and we're gonna watch stuff. Krista's currently watching a football video, but we're gonna watch Halloween Town, if she's okay with that.
Yeah.
Alright, Goose is gonna keep asking for waffles, and I'm gonna go get my foods. Hey, gremlins. So, we've watched Halloween Town 1, and we got the puppies in their pajamas. So, there's Chloe. Kira really did not want us to put PJs on her. She was, like, very irritated about it. But she has them on, and now she's pouting. And then Bruni could be on the bed, but I think he thinks he's being punished. So sometimes we have to put clothes on him when he's like he like neurotically itches at himself sometimes, so we sometimes put clothes on him so he'll stop. And I guess maybe he thinks that he's in trouble because we put them on him, but we told him he could be on the bed. We were like, you're good, everything's fine, and he just is refusing. Binks is sleeping on the candy corn blanket, and Salem was on Krista, but Chloe barked. But we're gonna watch Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge, and then I'll probably make food. They went out kind of late, so I think I can make lunch a little bit later than normal, but we're gonna go. I will show you a little clip of Calabar's Revenge, but yeah, we're just gonna get cozy for this one. Krista's already back to sleep.
Grandma are fighting again.
What's going on at your party?
I'm avoiding it.
Divide. Creatures of magic in Halloween Town reside. Witches and goblins forced to take flight, driven away by evil Iron Knight.
Hello, gremlins. Slight change to the food plan, kind of. So I'm still making pumpkin skulls, which I'm in the process of making. Behold, this is the mix. I'm just following this same mix again. I have it all mixed up. I added vanilla and chocolate chips. I'm gonna be baking at 375 for about 20 minutes. So these, I'm preheating the oven now. I actually forgot to preheat it. Here's my baking pan. Here is that. I think it looks pretty good. But I was talking to Krista about dinner for tonight because I was like, oh, hey, why don't I go down and get the tombstones ready? Because I make tombstone pizzas. So it's basically like crescent roll dough. I layered up in these tombstone shaped baking sheets, and then you put pizza filling in it. And she was like, I actually do not feel that hungry. Which makes sense. She's actually feeling way worse today than she was yesterday, which always happens once she gets sick. Like the second day is the worst for her. And she was like, I really want to enjoy the pizza tombstone, and if we're doing some stuff tomorrow, can we do tombstone pizzas on the 1st? And I am totally fine with that. We're extending Halloween onto the 1st anyway because we were so behind with other stuff. So I am going to be making the pumpkin skulls still. I'm also going to be making some cookies because she said she really did still want a pumpkin skull tonight. Like she thought she could eat those, and we've been talking about making those like break and bake frozen cookies, and I still really want to make those, but I'm going to make those after we eat some kind of food. I have some like freezer pizzas, like little personal pan ones. I think that's just what we're going to do because it's easy. I can throw them in our little air fryer thing when I'm done with the baking in our main oven. I could put them in the oven, but it's faster in the air fryer, so that's what I'm gonna do. But I'll show you the pizza skulls, and I will show you the like little cookie plate I wind up making, and you'll get to see the tombstone pizzas tomorrow. We're also not watching Hocus Pocus 2 today because she really wants to watch it while she eats the pizza skull, or tombstone pizza. So we're gonna hold off on Hocus Pocus 2 until tomorrow. So specifically tomorrow, Hocus Pocus 2, trick or treat. And I'm gonna see if she wants to watch Howl Out the Halloween tonight. And we can do that and maybe Hocus Pocus, because it is still kind of early. It's only 6 o'clock. So I think we could do 2 movies tonight. I'm gonna see if Hocus Pocus will work, and then we can do Howl Out the Halloween or flip it around and do it the other way. But yeah, so I am just watching, a ton of people posted today. So I have YouTube going while I'm making stuff. It's all like very themed. So right now I'm watching my friend Audrey, Out of Bounds, make a Grim Reaper costume, and it's been very fun so far. It's almost done, but I'm watching her do that while I get this all prepped. And yeah, and I'll just be watching random YouTube as I work. I'm also going to have, yes, I know I'm on antibiotics. Yes, I have talked to a doctor about this in the past, and you can drink a tiny bit on antibiotics and it's okay. So I am going to have a candy corn cider because it's Halloween, and I really wanted to have one today. I also might add a touch of, can I reach it without crashing into something? Oh, danger, danger, Will Robinson, danger. A tiny touch of candy corn vodka just to like jazz it up, and I might put it in like a tiki glass. Hold on, let's see. Do I? Please ignore any chaotic stuff. There's nothing with our address over here. But like I have this Scream one. We have more scary tikis. Oh, there he is. Maybe I'll use Dracula. What's behind Dracula? And oh, the Bride is really cool. I might do Dracula though, because I just did the Dracula video. Let's just pull him down. I'm already here. So make it in my Geeky Tiki Dracula. It's red on the inside, which is fun. I'll close that door in a sec. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna do that. Just a scotch, like not even a shot, in there, just the tiniest bit, because the vodka is more candy corn flavor than the cider, and I just think it adds like a nice touch. Normally we get like champagne, fake like sparkling wine, and we put the vodka in it, but since we're both not really allowed to do much drinking right now, nor do we really want to, I just really wanted to have a candy corn cider today because it was Halloween. We didn't pick it up, so I just am thinking I want to like jazz it up a tiny bit, and then make that my like drink of the day. But yes, so I'm gonna get back to work. I'll show you the skulls when they're done. I will talk to you about my drink and the cookie plate, and I'll let you know what movie we end up watching, because I do really want to watch Howl at the Halloween, and we did just watch Halloween Town, so maybe we should watch that next. Maybe, because Kimberly J. Brown's in it. I'll see if that's what she wants to do next. But yeah, so I'm gonna go. I will see you when there's food stuff to show you, gremlins. Behold, pumpkin skulls. They actually all came out really well. I was absolutely shocked. This one had a brief cheek injury, but they all look very good. We're definitely each gonna have one later tonight, and we might do them for breakfast tomorrow. They make a very good breakfast pastry. So these are the skulls. I am gonna get some kind of actual dinner in for us. I really think we're just gonna do like California Pizza Kitchen mini barbecue chicken pizzas, and then we'll do these for dessert, and then I will do the cookies too. We're just gonna eat whatever we want today. It's Halloween, do what you feel. I'm watching Kayla now. I watched Gabby's video, which was fun. I'm on to Kayla's, and I literally just commented, not that anyone even cares, but I commented because Kayla had Brainworms, the book, And I was like, oh my God, based on, she literally said she doesn't like worms. And I was like, you need to take that back to the library. Like, just take it back, don't read it. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish watching this, get these put away somewhere safely. And yeah, and I gotta get some kind of dinner thing in here. I did also prep the insides of the pizzas for tomorrow. And Krista keeps apologizing and I'm like, it's okay, I know you're sick. And honestly, we're doing tomorrow is Halloween too. So like, I'm getting 2 Halloween days. I'm getting both Friday and Saturday, which is delightful. We also have to go vote tomorrow. So we're gonna vote, get coffee, and then do like Halloween at home. Like Halloween plus. We have also decided we're definitely watching Hall at the Halloween. So I will take you to the bedroom for that too. But I gotta go, I gotta get dinner ready. So I will talk to you at some point, gremlins. Okay, we have eaten pizza and I'm gonna make cookies. I'm not making all of each box, but I have pumpkin, I have ghost, I have spooky cat. They like re-released these, I guess, this year. This is technically like a chocolate, if I remember correctly, and these are just like sugar specific. But in the past, the cat in this was supposed to be like a chocolate cookie base. I don't know, I wonder if it says. You're looking at the back of the box with me. No, I don't think they did it this time. I think it's just like these, where it doesn't have its own independent flavor, it's just a sugar cookie, because I don't see any like cocoa or cacao or whatever listed on the back. But I'm gonna make a little bit of each of these, then I'm gonna make like a whole little dessert plate. So I'm gonna get these in. I'm watching Gavin right now. We did eat just the California Pizza Kitchen pizzas I told you about, and I told Krista just to watch like football stuff she was already watching. I was like, go ahead, I'm just gonna eat and then I'm gonna bake, and then when we have dessert, I'll show you the whole plate. We will watch Hell at the Halloween, because she agreed that that was a good option since we just watched Kimberly J. Brown in 3 movies. So I'm gonna get these going and be ready, gremlins, for a very fantastic little cookie plate. Okay, hi, I'm prepping my cookie plate. So, because sometimes I'm a little much, I wanted the Oreos to be symmetrical, so I actually found matching patterns so that they match. And the cookies below are these. They're the Beetlejuice fudge stripes. I froze these last year, so this sat in my freezer for a year because I wanted to use them this year. So they're on the plate, and then these are just, they're upside down. I'm sorry. Here you go. I'll turn them around. These are Oreos. I had an open package and then I just opened this one so I could try and find matching, and conveniently it happened very quickly. Oh, that moved. That's what it was. There's a box precariously balanced on our pantry and it shifted, and one of the cats is like, what did you do? So that's what I have so far. Cookies are in the oven and I'm gonna like fit those in and then put skulls, I think. So you'll get to see the finished project, but this is what we're at right now. So I just want to give you a little update while I continue to watch Gavin at the Haunted Castle. Cookies are done. I need them to cool, but they did puff up to the accurate and correct size. Binks is very invested in these cookies. He like hopped up. Are you gonna, hi, so this is Binks. He is a Maine Coon mix, and when I named him, he was actually much darker, so I thought he might be like almost black, but no, he's a stripy Binks, which people name their cats Binks all the time. Also, please don't judge, there's just stuff. I haven't scrubbed that corner of the floor. Yeah, he says hi. So I need these to cool a tiny bit, and then I'm gonna add them to the tray, which I added some oh my goodness, I literally said Nightmare Before Christmas. This is, ow, do not nibble me. This is the Great Pumpkin. So it's a Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. These are the little custom-y Reese's cups they came out with, and so I just like line them up on here. Once these are cool, I'm gonna add them to the plate and then put some pumpkins around them, or skulls around them. I'm a little tired, so even though it's only 8:04, it's just because I'm sick. I feel a lot better than Krista, but I still am sick, so I'm a little tired. Hi. Okay. But yeah, so just gonna let these cool a little bit, and then I'll get them added to the tray. And not all of these are going in the tray, some are just going on a plate, and I'll put them in the fridge. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish watching Gavin while these cool, and I will show everything off to Krista when I'm done. Haha! Okay, I moved the Reese's cups. So I have these two from the same scene here, and then I moved these ones here. So I have Ghost, I Got a Rock here, and then Running Away, Halloween trick-or-treater thing, and then Linus, and then the logo of It's a Great Pumpkin. So I think I got it. I think I got it. We got it. We got it. I'm gonna take a photo. I'm taking it upstairs. I told Krista I was bringing a separate plate so we could like divide up food, and we're not gonna eat all of this. I'm gonna wind up putting most of this in the plastic bag, I am very sure. These will only be unwrapped if we decide to eat them, so that's the plan. But I wanted to show you because I was very proud of this, and I think we're gonna watch All Out the Halloween now. We are waiting to take the dogs out till closer to 9 or 10 o'clock, just because apparently there were a handful of trick-or-treaters. We could hear them, and Krista said the houses across the street from us gave out candy, but no one else did, which does make sense. It's been raining all day, and the wind is terrible, so I didn't even think kids would come out. They've done trunk-or-treats around town all week, so I just kind of thought they would go to those instead. But this is the little treat tray, and I'm gonna take this upstairs, and yeah, be ready for a tiny, tiny clip for All Out the Halloween.
I'll take that as a yes.
That's her actual.
Hi Gremlins, we went and voted. My sticker is not sticking. And I'm gonna get into pajamas. I'm wearing an Attack of the Jack-o'-lantern shirt from my sister. But we are going to have coffee and some pastries and, oh, I need to charge my battery and watch Hocus Pocus. So that's what we're gonna do. Krista is coughing, so I'm gonna go, but I wanted to show you this outfit because I'm gonna change and I guess charge my battery. I'll show you the start of Hocus Pocus, but yeah, then I gotta charge you. Hello Gremlins! I am currently Sam from Trick or Treat. These are my like pajamas. I got these on clearance 2 years ago, I think, at Spirit Halloween. But I'm wearing them today because one, the hood, very nice. It keeps me very toasty and I appreciate it. Other thing, we're watching Trick or Treat later tonight, so I thought I would wear it. We did watch Hocus Pocus 1, and like we've seen it so many times, so we just like, we watched it, we hung out, cats took naps, and now the dogs are upstairs with Krista while I make lunch, and then I am going to show you, I will show you all of this. So I'm making tombstone pizzas, and I'll flip this over so you don't need to see me anymore. This is the pan I use. I actually have 2 of these, but I'm only using one because it's just us. So this is the pan. I do not remember where I got this. You can get any tombstone pan, I'm sure, but I just have this one. And then I have my pre-mixed, I did this last night, so let's see if I can open it. This is technically pasta sauce, but I got like a pizza-y flavored one. Pepperoni, cheese, mozzarella cheese, mushrooms, and then that's really it. That's all in there. And then I'm using Sweet Hawaiian crescent rolls. I'm really, really bad at showing how I layer these, but I'll try and show you on one of them, like how I set up the crescent dough and then how I fill it and stuff. So that's this. I also put out this Haunted Hayride. I kind of want to drink it while I'm baking. Also, I'm cold, so we shall see. So it's sitting out right now. I may just use it for photos. I haven't decided. This is really good. It is pumpkin spice. This is their new Halloween flavor. So yesterday I was drinking, oh, I have a hair on it, candy corn, and they actually discontinued that flavor. So those are the last candy corns in existence. I'm sure some people still have them, but they are not making that one anymore. They're making the vodka still, but not the cider. And this is their new cider, which is very good. I do really like this one. So I'm okay with the fact that they got rid of candy corn because they're going to still make the vodka, and the vodka is very good. So yeah, but I'm gonna get to baking. I will show you. I gotta preheat my oven. So it's tricky because like these have their own directions. 375. So I do actually do the 375. I was double checking. I thought that's what I normally did. So I'm gonna set the oven to 375 and then I'll start working on this and I'll show you. I always grease, so I'm gonna spray Pam on these on the sheet so they don't stick, and then I will go from there. So be ready for some updates on these delightful tombstone pizzas. Okay, so this is them so far. I did 2 rolls vertically and 2 rolls horizontally. Then I'm gonna fill it and then probably have to use a 5th to close. We'll see. So far I only have these 2 filled, and I'm gonna have to open another roll of crescents. This is 2 rolls of crescent dough already. Just I always use more because I have had them explode if I don't use enough. So this one I'm doing right now. We're gonna see how that goes. I just need a spoon to fill these, so I'll grab a spoon, I'll fill them. You just try and fill them so they don't explode. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm also watching Spooky Little Book Nerd do an unboxing and like TBR stuff. So yeah, so that's what I'm working on. Also, I have a Bane. Bane is down here helping me cook. So I'm gonna fill these and then I'll show you when they're like closed. Okay, I actually got them to close. This one I think is going to explode. Somehow the seams are in like bad spots, so I'm just prepared for that. But I have 4 in, that'll be fine. Just because it's the 2 of us, and we have plenty of extra filling, and I didn't even use that 3rd roll of dough, so I can always make more, tomorrow. Whatever filling we don't use, I may just like add it to a pasta because it'll work, and I intentionally picked up a big box of elbow macaroni just so I have it. But I'm gonna get these in. I remember these being tricky. I have to play kind of like guess how long on these, so I'm probably gonna put them in for like 20 minutes and just keep an eye. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get these in. I did fill them. I didn't show you. My hands were so covered in like dough that it was just easier to fill and close. So yeah, these are going in the oven. I'll show you them when they're done. These are my supervisors. So Salem has been down here the whole time. Binks has sporadically been down here, and now they've just decided that they're going to like duke it out periodically. It always starts as bathing and then one of them hits the other. Oh, no, no, no. Shouldn't want you to do that anyway. But yeah, no, they're gonna fight now, and I'm gonna have to maybe break it up. Oh, good lord. Okay, but they've been supervising me this whole time. Oh, good lord. Could you two stop? That's Salem and Binks, though. This is technically their holiday weekend. I'm gonna break up a cat fight. They're fine, but I'm still gonna break it up. Right, I got photos for Instagram, and these are the two that I pulled out for us to eat now. So one says rest in peace, so the RIP. Then this one is a skull and crossbones. This one is not as clear. And I have two in the fridge. I got them on a plate together. These ones are the ones we're eating now because the backs are actually, I'll flip it so you can see, we're like opening. So I wanted to lay them flat to try and close them up a little. I have to grab us napkins. We have matching ones for these plates. Ooh, I feel like I'm gonna cough. But these are the pizzas. They're mushroom, pepperoni, cheese, and they should be good to go. They feel pretty warm. But I'm gonna run them upstairs, and Krista and I are gonna watch Hocus Pocus 2 and eat. And I did wind up cracking open my Haunted Hayride. I thought, why not? It's technically Halloween day too. So I will talk to you later, gremlins. This might be a multi-carry trip. I have so many things down here. Oh my gosh. All right, I will see you later, my dear gremlins.
If you keep licking, you're gonna throw up.
Yeah, Chloe keeps licking. But we're watching Hocus Pocus 2. She's fine. She's just, her nose is running.
Stop.
Yes. Behold, Hocus Pocus 2. Bye, y'all. Hello, gremlins. This is my wife. These are mini cats. We're gonna attempt to play Pong in bed. So Krista's gonna be there.
This is what you do when you have hers and hers upper respiratory infections.
This is true. So Krista's gonna sit there, and the ones I have to get into are here. Then mine aren't set up yet because I was taking out the dogs and I went to the bathroom. I'll set my stuff up here, and Krista will have to throw to here. I'll be throwing to here, and I'm gonna sit on this couch. We have Trick or Treat on. We like just started it. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna flip this around really quick. Hello. I also forgot to tell you, here we go. You can see my face now, kind of. Our thoughts on Haul Out the Halloween. Because that was the only new one we watched. It was cute. I will say, even though I heard you didn't have to watch the other ones beforehand, you do.
Because they reference things.
Yeah, so you actually needed to watch Haul Out the Holly and the sequel to Haul Out the Holly to know what was going on for like the town, like the other members of the cul-de-sac / HOA. So that was a little confusing because there was like a like a relationship thing going on where Krista and I were like, who are you?
Tell them my least favorite part. They just got married. They'd known each other their entire life,
right, and they
like,
kept,
marriage is so hard.
Right, they were so confused about being married to each other, which was strange. But like, it was cute. It just like, you definitely did actually need to have seen the previous installments in the Haul Out the Holly franchise. So just maybe like watch those this Christmas and then revisit that.
Give them the tips on how to be successfully married.
Communicate?
There you go.
Yeah, that's really,
Show up for each other.
Yeah, that's it. There's like a whole thing about going to Santa school that came up in the movie. It's really random. I'm sure it's setting up Haul Out the whatever for next year or this year, who knows. But yeah, so you do actually kind of need to watch them. And Kimberly J. Brown and her husband's parts were smaller than we thought. It was primarily still about the characters from the original movies. So yeah, but
my running back room is embarrassing.
Oh yeah, Krista's having a very bad fantasy football week.
I lost Kim Scattaboo.
She did. It's not going well.
And now everything is awful.
Yeah, so things are not going well for her fantasy-wise. But yeah, so we're gonna do this and watch Trick or Treat because Bruni cannot watch this movie because there's too many dogs. So there's Spite, the bus driver's dog, and the werewolf scene, and he will not be able to handle any of that. So we're gonna watch this without the dogs. But it's not a wildly long movie, so watch that, do this. They're going to be whining though because I just took them out and they thought they were coming upstairs, but they're gonna have to wait so we can watch this. But yeah, so all at the Halloween, cute, fine. Also there's apparently like a Hallmark Ghost Hunters romance that I put in our list, and some other fall one I added, because we got a 7-week free trial and then we're keeping it for the holidays because there's gonna be a lesbian Christmas movie called Santa Baby, I think that's what it's called, about like having a baby for Christmas. So yeah, we were gonna watch it anyway, so we decided we'd just get the subscription for the rest of the year. But yeah, so we're gonna do this. We'll let you know how it goes, and check in after. I think they're very loud downstairs, but I'm still wearing my same stuff. Yeah, but we're gonna do this. Stars can come up, but we will talk to you later, gremlins. Hello, gremlins. I'm in a different shirt because we have finished trick or treat. Oh, hi, hello. We finished trick or treat, and we finished Pong like less than 10 minutes in to trick or treat. I lost, as I famously do every Halloween, so I'm not surprised. So I used a little bit of a Haunted Hayride that I was already drinking, the pumpkin spice cider, and Krista grabbed a, what is it called?
It's
Stadium Shandy. So Krista did have to drink a tiny bit.
Yeah, no.
But I drank a majority of the one beer that she used for her cups, because I lost, as I anticipated I would. We did watch the movie, and so now we're just gonna hang out, get ready for bed. We have done all of the Halloween stuff, so tomorrow will be like Halloween leftovers, and I am gonna read a book. So I will talk to you about the book tomorrow. I did show it to you already, so you already know it's 13 Months of Haunting. I've seen so many videos that mention it at this point, but I cannot remember enough to tell you what it's about right now. So I will, gosh, I will tell you about it tomorrow when I've read some, but for now, we are just gonna get comfy and ready for bed. I am petting Bruni's head because he is right next to me. He was playing with a squeak toy and he squeaked it too much, and then he basically gave himself the hiccups. So he is now like, help, help, I had the hiccups. We got the hiccups to go away. But now he's like, hello, help me, help, help, I was in danger. He really was okay, but he's right here. Hi, hello, okay, we're gonna go, because Bruni doesn't understand cameras. But yeah, so I'm gonna go. I will talk to you on Sunday during all of the football, gremlins. Are you gonna let me stop the camera? No, no, I can't stop recording. I have to hit the stop button. I'm hitting the stop button, Brune. I'll talk to you tomorrow, gremlins. I'm briefly talking over them, but there is a Halloween Gilmore Girls episode. It is season 6, episode 7. 21 is the loneliest number. And my dear wife, who I cannot turn the camera to because it will be too close to her face because I had to zoom it in for the TV. Maybe I can unzoom. Can I unzoom? I'm really bad at unzooming. Nope, can't unzoom. It is, wait. Casually. Here we go. My dear wife, over here, remembered that there is a Halloween episode, and thus we are watching it. I did not remember. This is the only one. There's only one in all of Gilmore Girls. A lot of fall. Only one specific Halloween one. But we're gonna go back to watching the show. Also, please enjoy some very sleepy puppies.
Hi, Grandpa.
Hello, Rory.
Night, gremlins. Hello, gremlins. I'm currently sitting very awkwardly on the bed because Salem was in my spot and I didn't want to move her, so I climbed around her. She is a beautiful black kitty, and you do not make beautiful black kitties move, especially on Halloween weekend. It just seems rude. But she's asleep. I am gonna have to get up in a sec because I need to take some dishes and some plates downstairs. Let me flip you about really quick. Hello. My hair looks a mess. Fun fact. I ran out of my normal shampoo and I've been using this Bath and Body Works shampoo we picked up, and it does not leave my hair clean for more than like a day. Like, I have naturally kind of greasy hair. I just like, I have makeup everywhere too. Don't judge. I fell asleep and didn't wash off all my eyeliner, and so here we are. There we go. That's whatever. I will take a makeup wipe to my eyes at some point. But like, I have naturally kind of greasy hair, and I always have. Like, when I was a teenager, like going through puberty, it was like, it was so frustrating because my hair would be greasy with in like less than 24 hours. I had to shower every morning before I went to school. I had to use special shampoo, like this special gross shampoo that I swear to God smelled like shoes. It was so bad and was the only thing that kept my hair from being greasy. But this shampoo, I used it. It was fine for like, I will say it was okay for like 2 days, sure. But like 3rd day, which like, yes, I should have washed my hair at that point, but it was Halloween weekend. I washed my hair on Thursday. Yeah. No, this would be, yeah, I washed it Thursday. And then Friday it was fine. Saturday it was already starting to get kind of gross. And this morning it's like real greasy. So it's not ideal. And I put some dry shampoo in it yesterday because I thought it looked kind of gross. So it's not good shampoo. Don't buy the Bath & Body Works shampoo. I don't think it's really designed for hair. That's my own personal opinion. So I'll probably shower sometime today just because my hair looks gross. But maybe I'll do that while this game is on, actually. Just get it washed and then change. Cause yeah, like all the hair in my back, on the back of my head, it looks gross. But yeah, so we're hanging out. I was complaining that the Bath & Body Works shampoo is not good and that people should not buy it because I don't think it's really designed for hair.
I don't think it does anything.
I was like, oh, well, I'm on like day 3. And I was like, wait, am I on day 3? And I washed it Thursday night. Friday, it looked fine. Saturday, it already started to look greasy in certain parts. And I put dry shampoo in it. And today, the whole back of my head is just a grease pit. So, no, it's not good shampoo. Krista agrees. She also used it and it didn't work on her hair at all. So, at some point, we have to buy normal shampoo. We have some other shampoos. I just need to like go through where we have some extra shampoo. We might have some in the cabinet. Anyway, but yeah, so football is about to start. We had a very late breakfast, so it was brunch, I guess. But yeah, so I'm gonna, hi, Sub. Hello. Do you want your face on camera? Oh, your sister's coming. But yeah, so I gotta take stuff downstairs. I will read. I do think I'm actually gonna take a really quick shower though, because my hair is bugging me. And I can also get this eye makeup that is desperately clinging to my face off. And then I will read and talk to you about the book. What did we, last night, oh, we watched Gilmore Girls, and then Krista wanted to watch Halloween episodes of The OC. No, it was One Tree Hill. I keep calling it the wrong thing. I don't know why. So we watched that, and then we went to bed. But yeah, so that was it. Today's football day. It's still technically Halloween weekend, but I do think I'm gonna shower. I'm just ranting at you now. I'm gonna show you a very cute Salem, because now she's awake, because her sister was coming in the room. Say hi. She's like, no, I was sleeping, but I am beautiful. Thank you, gremlins. Behold my beauty. I am gorgeous. I know that I am gorgeous. Oh, strap. Oh, she's gonna destroy my camera. Okay, alright, we gotta go. She's gonna take the strap off my camera, and my camera will fly onto the floor. We'll talk to you later, gremlin. Whew. Hi, gremlins. You're set up in a cabinet and hopefully you stay put. I am chilly. I did take a shower. My hair has dried and is like extra poofy and doing whatever it wants, and I'm not parting it because I'm cold. So I'm wearing this. I'm keeping my hands hidden. I just took the dogs out and fed them dinner. So I'm in the kitchen because I'm going to work on Krista and my dinner. I'll tell you about it in a sec. But I had a reading update. So I am on part 3. There we go. Part 3, which is checking password. 13 Months Haunted. And okay, so my thoughts so far, the general story of this, oh wow, my hair is doing extra crazy and there's something in my eye. Are you kidding me? Oh, so many things happening at once. I'm guessing it's leaf. It's probably a piece of leaf in my eye from doing elves. My hair on one side just went poof. Yeah, it's still doing it, whatever. So I am at that point in this book. So we're following Piper primarily, who is someone who technically does not have the degrees necessary to work at a library, but she's working as a library clerk, which I believe, as someone who almost applied for a library clerk job a million years ago, I was like fresh out of college, and they had said I could apply. You don't technically need the degree, but to get any further in like library positions, you normally have to have a library science degree. We learned Piper has like an outdoor education degree or something like that, which is interesting, but I didn't know it was a thing. She has moved to this small town, and because someone from her program like knew they were hiring a librarian and had an in, so she got this like library clerk job. So she kind of works, it sounds like part-time, and then they have her do a lot of the like outreach programs, like go to the school and promote this for us, go to the school and promote this for us. So Piper's been going to the local school where she ultimately meets Avery and Avery's mother, Susan. They are also new to town, and they have moved because seemingly tragedy has followed them from where they used to live. Now, the initial setup that we learn is that Avery's family lived in a haunted house. Sorry, my nose is running so much. I am feeling better, but when I get cold, it runs, and I'm still sick. So it's gonna run. Oh my gosh. Okay. So there's this rumor that the house she lived in was haunted and that it killed her father and sister. We later learned that the father and sister did die in 2 seemingly unrelated events, and that they did not, like, only one of those deaths took place in the house. Now, Piper has become fixated on this girl Avery. Like, super fixated. And I'm gonna say, if this was told from the point of view of a man, I would hate it. Like, I'd be like, dude, leave that girl alone. Just go away. Like, it is very weird that Piper is so fixated on this girl, and like fixated in a way where she's like, well, she wrote this story and it was really creepy, and I'm wondering if it's about what happened to her mom or to her dad and her sister, and like, oh, her relationship with her mom is so interesting, and also like they're never away from each other and that seems like they're normal, and then also like people are bullying her and I don't want people to bully her, so I'm following her around and also following her bully, which is how Piper gets enmeshed in this even more, because something does occur based on the investigating she's doing, which is really like stalking. She's kind of stalking. And again, the only reason it's like less creepy seemingly is because she's a young woman, as opposed to like if this were told from the point of view of the male teacher of Avery, I would be like, oh, this is creepy and I don't like it. And I still kind of find it creepy that Piper is so invested in this girl. Because she doesn't actually interact with Avery that much. She's like, oh, well, I go to the school like once a month, and she's met Avery one time and then becomes like fixated on Avery. And I'm like, okay, I get that you like see a bit of yourself in her because you think she's being bullied, but also like, Piper, calm down. Like, you don't know what's going on with her. Maybe the traumatic events of the past that don't seem to have happened that long ago are like causing her to have some issues, and her mom is trying to help her, and maybe they can't find a caregiver that they can afford or someone who can come to school with her, so the mom is just doing it herself because she doesn't know what else to do. We don't know. And the other part is we've just gotten to the point where we might find anything out. This is slow. So a lot of what's kind of tripping me up in this is we know Avery has something going on. But like, as of this point, it's been like, there's a ghost, there is something, there's a haunting that is tied to Avery. And we've gotten introduced to the idea that maybe there's something computer related with all of this, which would make sense because this book is really fixated on the internet. So it is supposed to be an early 2000s book, like everything is so early 2000s, everything is so early 2000s. That's fine. I was only 10 in 2000. So I don't have all this internet like connection, because again, I was 10. And also I didn't really use the internet religiously or much at all beyond like what was necessary to get me through college until grad school. So I was in my 20s. Like I was not like internet, like I occasionally was on Messenger in high school. I had Facebook, didn't really use it. Like I'm not the key demographic who used all this stuff. Oh gosh. So like it's interesting to read about, but also if I hear Piper freaking talk about Napster one more time, I'm gonna yell at her. And she's a fictional character. I even asked my wife. My wife is older than me, so she was older in the year 2000. And I was like, do people just like talk to you about Napster all the time? And she was like, actually, yes. She was like, people download stuff all the time. They would talk about how they were downloading stuff all the time. So like, that makes sense. And I was like, okay, so logical that she would be doing this, but also like, it is driving me up the wall. It's like hearing someone talk about organizing their CD collection. And I'm like, I don't care. I really don't care about your Napster habits. So we have gotten into the more like tech aspects of this. Let me see. 19. Yeah. So we just kind of get into the idea that like tech is involved in this synopsis, and that it's an 8th grade girl. So yeah, that's really where we're at. Tech is really ramping up as possibly connecting Avery and Piper. Also, Piper's older brother named Sam is very into tech, and he gets these weird chapters where he's scraping, and I don't know what that means, and I don't want to Google it because I'm like, I should be able to know what that means. But also, I wouldn't have done that because I didn't use the internet in the early 2000s. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what scraping is. I don't know. I never have heard that word used in connection to the internet, and he does it, and he gets a chapter about it where it's just like logs of things he did on the internet, and it's fine, but also I'm like, I think it's like in-depth searching is what he's doing. He's running a command to like scan a page for him, but I don't know that for certain. That's just what I'm going off of based on my own like understanding of how a log on a computer works and what I'm looking at. So like Sam is vaguely involved. He talks to Piper, and like stuff is ramping up and freaking Piper out. Piper also is easily scared, which is not a judgment. I would also be very jumpy, and she's like reading into things and getting jumpier. But yeah, so it's just very slow, and we've just gotten to the point where Susan is apparently going to reveal things, or we're going to get stuff revealed to us via some other source. Then Piper's not going very well blog post searching. So Piper is blogging all of this, which is also a thing that bugs me, because the early 2000s, and I understand like it's specifically 2000, but also like I feel like privacy in some cases was not considered. It still isn't periodically, but like Piper is blogging about Avery and including things Avery wrote that she saw. And I'm like, Piper, that's weird. Like, why are you putting it's a child, her writing on the internet for a blog that only seemingly adults are looking at, would look at? Why are you doing that? I understand you're not a teacher, but you are working at a library and you should understand that that is not safe. So it's bugging me a little that Piper doesn't have like internet safety thoughts, and also child specific, should I share this knowledge about a child I'm not even related to? Yeah, so Piper's bugging me a bit. And again, coming at this, if Piper were the teacher who is like 60 or even a 40-any-year-old man, really, I would also be like, no, leave it alone, walk away, do something else. But the conceit for the story is we have to be following Piper's investigation to learn what's going on. And also, we made it a woman, I think, to sanitize how actually kind of creepy this is. Like, I'm just like, it's weird. You're like stalking children. Now again, they're probably 8th grade, so she's probably like 15, 14, 13, 14, 15, somewhere in that range. I don't know. I was an older version. Like, my birthday was in the middle of the school year, so I was a different age than some people, so I don't know. But it is weird to me that she's very fixated on these kids, and I'm like, ma'am, welcome back. But anyway, I have about 200 pages left to go. We'll see if my thoughts change. I do, again, still think this is slow. And like, parts of it are fine, but I just want to know what's going on. Like, I'm like, I just want to know what's happening with Avery. Like, I would rather spend more time with Avery than you, Piper. And if we're going to be following you, I kind of would prefer it in the blog post format, because it switches from, we get like a blog post, we get diary entries, we get actual events, we get those scraping things that I talked about. And so far I think that's it. But like, we're getting technically mixed media to present the story, and I kind of wish it was all mixed media and we weren't getting the events outside of Piper's blog. Like, I kind of wish Piper was just blogging more if we're going to deal with that, because she's already revealing in the blog post we get too much information to begin with. So I just kind of wish maybe it was on the blog post. I don't know. Something about like how it's being told and the way it's taking so long to get to like solid info makes me wish maybe something was different, but I don't know. We'll get to I will update you when I get more into this. I need to work on dinner though. I will explain that to you as I'm making it. This clip is already very long, so I'm gonna stop. I am like intrigued by the story. I just think it's taking a really long time to get to that end, like, I know stuff point. But yeah, I will talk to you in a bit, gremlins, and I'll at some point explain what I'm doing for dinner. It's kind of goofy, so talk to you at some point. Okay, while my pasta boils, I have Scream 4 on. I just started it. I've seen this so many times that it's fine if I don't finish it while I'm making food. I have what is a combination of the leftover pizza filling from the Tombstone pizzas, extra mushrooms, extra sauce, and I had a bag. It's not a bag, it's like a tube of frozen ground turkey that I defrosted a few days ago because I found it in the freezer, and I added that, and so that's all mixed up in there. There's a whole extra jar of sauce. I didn't add any cheese here, but I did add it here, so I'm layering it kind of like lasagna, sort of. So I have sauce, meat mixture that is all already cooked. It's pepperoni, turkey, and mushrooms, and then I added cheese on top, and then once the pasta finishes, I'm gonna do a layer of pasta, and then more sauce, a little more cheese, and then possibly more. I haven't decided. I want to do like layer of noodle, layer of more meat stuff, layer of more noodle, and then finish it off with the like meat sauce blend and put cheese on top, but we shall see. So yeah, I just gotta keep an eye on the noodles. Gonna keep watching Scream 4. Might have a little bit of wine because I'm gonna be down here waiting for this to bake, because I need it to bake for it to be as good as I want it to be. So that's the plan for now. It's just taking a little bit. Chris is watching football. I told her I was gonna work on dinner and I didn't know how long it was gonna take. So yeah, but that's what I'm doing right now. So be back, gremlins, when my interesting combination of foods is done. I definitely overfilled the pan. So we're gonna put this in and hope for the best, because I made too much pasta. I should have made 1 cup of elbow macaroni and not 2 cups. So it's on me for this monstrosity. What's going in the oven? Hey gremlins, so this has already been picked through. We have already eaten, but this is the remnants. So it actually wound up tasting a lot like this thing in upstate they call it goulash. It's basically like a tomato-y based pasta and like ground meat thing, and it did really wind up tasting like that. I definitely made too much pasta. If I had made less pasta, it would have tasted more like an actual pasta dish. You can tell some of the pasta is already kind of dry. I need to bag it up. And then tomorrow, we don't have any more marinara sauce, but we have Alfredo sauce. And I told Krista tomorrow I might just add Alfredo and serve it like that. Because you know what? Doesn't really matter. I think it would taste fine. So that's what we're going with. But I gotta get this all packed up and do dishes and like clean up my stove. They did find the noodle. I dropped a noodle earlier and I knew the cats would find it, and that's in the middle of the floor. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish watching Scream 4 and get all of this food cleaned up. We have some leftovers too over here. But yeah, that's the plan. I will talk to you when I have more of a book update for you. Hello gremlins. Krista's doing a litter box. A football game is about to start and I have finished 13 Months Haunted. I'm really not quite sure the title of this book. I'm trying to figure out how it relates to the story, and I kind of have a guess, but that would mean that I have to assume when one of the hauntings occurred, because the timeline of the haunts, is it in here? Is that how? Let me see. When, that's the epilogue, so that's not it. What date? Back here. 25th. No, that's not a full month. I mean, I guess. Technically, sort of? Yeah. Okay. It does make sense, but you have to pay a lot of attention. It's interesting to me that there are some sections where the date is at the top, some sections where there's no date listed at all, and you have to find it in the text. Also, you're gonna hear a squeak toy because Bruni has one, and I'm not taking it away from him. So you're just gonna have to deal. But yeah, so I did finish it. It's too long. This reads, once you get completely through it, Sir. Like, kind of a creepypasta. I feel like the story would have benefited from being told from Avery's point of view, or like primarily Avery's and then Piper's blog, but I don't know that I need Avery's diary, Piper's blog, and the events being told to us via another narrator. Now, not really a narrator, but like the rest of the story that's just general text. We also get a section that's explained to us by Avery's mother, which I think could have been handled in prior Avery journal entries. Now, we do run into the issue that Avery has memory loss, or we are presented with the idea that she has memory loss, and that's fine, but it seems like they argue she wasn't journaling prior to the events, so I guess we don't have that to refer to. But I will say at the end of the book, when they're explaining, like, this is how this worked, they make an inference and tell an entire story based on what the code smart brother is able to deduce. And I was like, okay, but couldn't we also have gotten like Avery's, like maybe Avery had a live journal, or Avery had a MySpace, or like Avery was documenting this somewhere. Because it seems interesting that we just get like, oh, this is definitely how Avery did it. And I'm like, but there's insight in there that Sam wouldn't have. So I was like, I just kind of wish this was like presented differently. I do think it could be incredibly condensed. I think we spend a lot of time trying to present like, we have no idea what's going on. We have no idea what's going on. And by the time we get to what is actually going on, it's been a while. And then the tie-up, once we figure it out, is very quick. And I really kind of wish it was presented as like, Avery doesn't really know what's going on. Avery's losing time. Maybe we could have included it as emails between Susan and Piper, where Susan is like explaining things to Piper via email, because at a certain point Susan does email Piper, and like maybe keep it all as digital, or because at a certain point we learn Avery isn't really like touching technology, so she's keeping like a handwritten journal, and that's fine. We can do that as like a handwritten aspect, but I kind of almost wish this was told epistolary, epistolary, instead of how it is presented where it's a mix of like media and then traditional novel, because I think I would have enjoyed this more if it was told without the traditional novel aspect, because that felt like what was dragging. Like, I felt like we could have gotten more if we had like, or even if we got those as like asides to a blog post, because the blog posts aren't consistent in here either. Like, the story itself is creepy, and what we learn is occurring is very creepypasta, very Reddit. Is it Stay Up All Nights? He's very well known for no sleeps. He writes no sleep stories, and I feel like maybe this started as one of those Reddit no sleep forum posts, because I think it would be very cool in following like a thread or consistent updates. So I feel like this would have been cool in like a cooler in like a podcast setting, or a hi, I'm just keeping these voice notes because I'm losing my mind, and you're like trying to explain what's going on. That would have been really cool, I think. But like, that's not exactly what happened. And then the epilogue, so the epilogue and the prologue present us with the idea that someone is related to Piper and writing a thesis about viral imagery, viral events on the internet, and wants to document this event after learning about it at a wedding. And that's fine in that it helped present the epilogue, but like, we could have gotten this story, I'm gonna cough. Told you I was still sick. I feel like we could have gotten this story without that. We just needed that ending aspect, which I won't tell you, but like, we needed that ending. Do we need that intro? No. I feel like it could have been someone who found out about Piper, who wasn't related to her, and then begins doing their own investigation per the blog that she was doing throughout the story. Also, her brother totally calls her out and is like, how anonymous is that blog of yours? And I'm like, yeah, it's not that anonymous. I don't know how you are this dumb. So I like that other people were like, you have no internet safety. But yeah, it was fine. I just think it's too long, and I do feel like this has been done, and I've read things that could have been done. Like, I just feel like it's been done, or like I could have read this online as like a creepypasta or a Reddit forum and not as a whole novel. I feel bad saying that because like, it just feels too long. Like, everything feels dragged out. Like, I'm supposed to be like eagerly awaiting what the answer could be, and I was like, but also like, I'm not eagerly awaiting the answer. I think I know the answer. Like, please just get to the point. So yeah, it was not my favorite. I am curious, I haven't watched it yet, but I have Gabby's live from her book troop discussion of this, and I am really curious to see what people think, because I feel like I would have liked this if it was a novella, an epistolary novella, or a novella told in the frame of Reddit posts. I think that would have been great. I just think making it full, like over 300 pages, is a lot. I think we could have halved that. I think we could have told this differently. They are about to bark at something. Your mom is going outside to throw away poop. Kira's at the window. I have to go. Krista was cleaning the litter box, and I was about to say she was going outside to throw away poop, because that's what she's doing. Now Kira is pretty sure we're being invaded. So I'm gonna go. She's not outside yet. She's in the house. Ma'am. Oh, good. I'm gonna go. So that was the Halloween vlog. It was many days. It was like a extended Halloween weekend vlog is what I'm gonna call it. But yeah, so that was everything. I got everything accomplished that I wanted to accomplish. I watched all the movies I was gonna watch. We are still recovering from being sick.
That was a disgusting cat box.
Yeah, I told you Krista was doing a litter box.
Yeah,
oh no. Well, you were gonna shower soon. Does that help? Oh, okay. But I'm gonna go. We did accomplish all the things. Watch some fun stuff. Yeah, but I'm gonna go. If you like this video, please subscribe. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. You can find me on Instagram at CuffGoEverAfter. And I will see you in the next one, Gremlins. Happy Halloween.